Hello, I'm Mark Eastman here at Henley Bridge, and today I'm going to show you a video on how to make gelato-filled chocolates. The chocolates can be made well in advance and offer your customers a quirky takeaway option all year round. Please refer to the description for the recipes and the tools used in this video. The first stage is to heat our pre-coloured cocoa butter, so then we can brush it through the moulds. It's really important to ensure that your cocoa butter is tempered to 30 to 31 degrees so it contracts away from the mould with the chocolate when it cools. Use a small brush to brush the bottom of the moulds with the cocoa butter. You're not looking to coat it, just put a small smear for effect. Once you've painted your colour through the moulds, just set it aside for a couple of minutes just to allow the butter to set. We're now going to flood our moulds with tempered white chocolate. If you're unsure on how to temper chocolate, please refer to our chocolate tempering videos that are available. I personally find it much cleaner and easier to use a piping bag to fill the moulds. So just pour the chocolate into your piping bag. Once you've flooded your moulds, it's important to give them a tap to release any air bubbles. Then turn them over sharply, tap all around the sides to get rid of the excess chocolate. Scrape it off once you think it's all out, and then place it face down on some baking parchment with a slight tap to get the chocolate to flow to the bottom. By putting on the baking parchment, you'll also create a foot, which will be useful later on for when you cap it off. The next stage is to mix up a small amount of base for your filling. I'm using strawberry in this case. Once your gelato is ready, take it out of the machine. We want it to be quite soft because you need to put it into a piping bag and pipe it into the moulds. Then we take our moulds. When you turn them over and look carefully, you'll see that we've got the foot around the outside that we spoke about when we turned them over. The next stage is to take your piping bag of gelato and pipe it into the moulds. Only fill the moulds to about 3/4 full, not all the way up, because you'll need to leave a space for the chocolate when you cap off in a minute. Then take a teaspoon and lightly rub over the top of the gelato, moving any peaks and making sure that the moulds are not completely full because you'll need the space to cap them off in a minute. Once you've done that, put them in the blast freezer to set. The final stage is capping off. This needs to be done really quickly because your chocolates are frozen, so the chocolate will set very quickly. So take your tempered chocolate, then just pour as much as you can over the mould and scrape off pretty much all in 2 motions. So now we put them in the freezer to set the chocolate. Once the chocolate's had a chance to set, remove from the freezer, tap out, and they're ready to serve.